Hello there.
Oh, hi, everyone.
Hello there.
Yeah, right. Hello, everyone.
Jester's tall tale.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Jester, and my mother, who is she was to tell me stories, but she was very busy schmoopsing with a customer. She's Ruby the Sea. She's the greatest lay ever, of course. But so she could not tell me this story. So instead, the traveler came to me and told me a story, and this is the story he told me. There is a magic plum that you can go. I think it's 5 days north of Nicodranas. I want to say like a desert plum, if you will. And it smells so good, and it smells great. And if you can get to this mysterious desert plum and take it, you can then go 4 days east to a forest, to a mysterious forest where there is a stone hut. I think. And when in this stone hut is a hippogriff, a magical hippogriff named, this plum is called, it's a Piccadilly plum. I remembered that one now. You take this plum and you bring it to this magical hippogriff who lives in this stone hut, who is also named Schmoopsy Moopsy, I think. Give this plum to him, and he will be so thankful that he will give you all of this incredible treasure. And this treasure is yours, and you take it, and you, as you look at it, you leave and turn around, and the hut is gone and was never there to begin with. But that is just one story that the traveler told me. And then there is another story that the traveler has told me. Let me tell you about that.
Scanlan's love story.
Scanlan Shorthalt here with a tale for the ages. Our story begins with a man named Paulay, who was in love with a woman named Sudara, whose hair was like daffodils and other beautiful traits. An eye color as deep as the Lucidian, actually. They were in love, and joy was abound as part of their union. Paulay, however, had been tinkering and created a set of magical spectacles that could see through solid objects. This mystical enchantment that he created allowed him to go to a nearby series of poker games and see through everyone's hands and win himself quite a sum of money. At one point, the two of them went to a festival or a carnival, and he was able to do something with the spectacles that was magnificent. I'm sure if I could remember it. He was able to see through he was able to see through all the fantastic clothes of the people. I don't remember. There's a lot. But it was wonderful, and his glasses had a bonnet on it. It was great. He in fact, what was her name again? We'll go with Sahara. I don't remember, something like that. She was so impressed by these glasses that he gave her that she agreed to marry him. And Paulay was so excited that he was going to run down the street and shout his joy to the world, and happened upon a letter from the terrible Goliath ruler named Rodney, I think it was. Rodney, the terrible Goliath ruler. He took this letter. It was strange that it was addressed to his lady, Serena. And upon looking at this letter, he used his glasses to see through, and he saw that the letter read,
"Has that idiot still giving you stupid gifts? If so, bring them with you to our tryst tonight. Love, Rodney."
Heartbroken, he felt his whole soul shatter. And I guess the moral of the story is, there once was a man named Paulay who invented himself a Potanay. But when you look real hard, you might not learn. You might not appreciate what you find, Danae.
Widogast's web of words.
Hello there, I'm here to tell you a very spooky story, a scary story that all of the people within the Empire know, the children in the Empire have been told growing up, a warning to everyone who would go too far from the city limits. For you see, the story begins. There are first 3 children that were, wandering, it seems, far from the city, and they went into the dark woods and then came upon this mysterious vortex, a dangerous vortex. And then it was within this vortex they stepped through, and in this area, this dark, evil area beyond the vortex, they discovered there was a hag, an old crone, whose name was either Crone or Krull. Krull the Crone, Crone the Krull. Krull Crone. She was a very evil crone. And the children, they come up to her and they're like, are you a crone? And she's like, yes, but first, step up to me. And the first of these 3 children, I think, 1, 2, 3, yes, we're all doing this one, apparently, it seems, steps forward, and the crone, she grabs the child and just eats upon him, devours and eats his brain, his mind, and so he cannot think for himself. And then when the child is now cursed to not have a mind of his own, the other 2 children apparently just stand there and watch this happen, and are like, my turn. And the hag goes to the second child and pulls him in and then eats away his eyes. His eyes are now no longer with him. He is cursed forever to see into darkness, his eyes missing. And the 3rd child, who for whatever godforsaken reason is still there and is not running, the hag goes, come here, and grabs the 3rd child, and then eats his heart. It is now gone. And this child, this singular child, is now unable to feel emotions, unable to love. These 3 children who fell under the spell and shadow of this dark crone crawl, then wandered back through this strange, mysterious, evil portal back into the Zemni fields of the Empire, and told and warned all the other children that when you come upon such a dark and mysterious vortex, do not go inside, for if you do, you are to be cursed without a mind, without the sight, and without the heart. And this spooky story has echoed for generations, told by adults and children to keep the kids from getting into trouble here in the Empire. It's probably completely wrong, but at the very least, my accent was not as bad as Travis's. So, good luck.
Pike's Purple Jewel Cake.
Oh, hi, everyone. It's me, Pike Trickfoot, not Jester, Pike Trickfoot, and I'm going to tell you about a really interesting story that has been told throughout all of Exandria. And it begins in a land far, far away, a magical place known as Marquette. And there was this incredible, beautiful, noble woman whose name was Marquita Bacardi. Marquita Bacardi was this gorgeous, debonair, noble woman who was beautiful, and everyone looked up to her as she found herself and was like, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. She was like, I know, aren't I? And she loved the attention and everyone doting on her, and it was incredible, and it facilitated her sense of self and self-esteem in the world. And as she walked through the streets, everyone just couldn't help but stop and stare. Anyway, Marquita Bacardi one day was at her home, this lavish home, this beautiful, large home, I guess, and there was a knock at the door. And as she went and checked it, there stood this little girl, this little pauper girl looking up at her with big, sad doe eyes, going, "Hi, I'm sorry to bother you, but I am poor, and I am hungry, and I am thirsty. Can you give me some food or something to drink? And if you do, I will grant you a wish of whatever it is you desire."
which honestly is a little strange. If she can grant wishes but can't feed herself, but stories. And Marquita Picardi sits there looking down at this pauperish girl and is like, offended by her sensibilities, but still pushing through with the promise of a wish, and said, well, I can't let you into the house or near any of my things, but I can get you some water, maybe. And the little girl was like, thank you so much, that would be amazing. Apologies for the bird in the background. And she left and got some water and gave it to the little pauper girl and went, here's your water, little girl. And the little girl was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. And she drank it up, and it was so good. It helped satiate her thirst and finish the wonderful drink. And when she did, she said, and what is your wish? And Marquita Picardi went, I wish to be looked upon and doted on and be loved by everyone whose eyes would fall upon me. And the girl went, okay, well, thank you for the water, but since you only granted half of my request, I'll only grant half of your wish. And taken aback, in but a split second, Marquita Picardi had been transformed into a beautiful purple gem, which was what the story was all about, and I should have said it at the very beginning. But anyway, now you know, oh, surprise, it's about a gem, purple gem, that Marquita Picardi then became this apple-shaped gem, shaped like an apple. And at this point, apparently, Travis forgot the ingredients to a food related to this, also, I guess, called the purple apple. It's a fruit now as opposed to a gem. But the ingredients, I guess, are something that even I forgot at this point, but it made something very tasty, and every person that eats of this meal is now also themselves tasting a part of this terrible, perilous, but long-standing story of this woman who wanted too much to be loved. And as such, the moral of this story is, be careful what you wish for.
Story of Bows.
Hey, this is Beauregard Lionette, and I'm here to tell you a story from my hometown back at Camorta. I thought it'd be interesting for you to know. So, a while back, I was walking through town. I was just, having some times, partying, wandering, and I went into one of the local taverns there, and I saw posted on one of the boards was some sort of a flyer, and on this flyer there was there was a drawing of a lion in chains, and it was like, why do you want to drink like an animal when you can drink like a king? And I, looking at that lion in chains, I was like, oh, they mean the Lionettes. They're coming after my family. And that's not gonna fly here with the Lionettes. That's how we roll in this town. So, I went ahead and prepped and did some subterfuge and set up myself for some sort of a crazy wine tasting. I think around here, Taliesin started closing his eyes. I went to this wine tasting, and so I got all set up there. I, put on some outfit pieces to kind of camouflage who I was, and kind of snuck in there. But before I went in, I went ahead and drank some of this. Oh, by the way, this was the Stossmans. The Stossmans is this competitive family, and they're a bunch of dicks. Pretty sure I may have already said that, but regardless, important to point out once again. So anyway, before I went in there, I went ahead and had a whole bunch of this, thistleberry, fungal, mossy tea, moldy tea, I guess, and I just drank a whole bunch of it and made my stomach feel all sick and ill, and I was like, okay, I think we're good to go. So I went ahead and marched my way over there to the Stossman winery. The lady at the front didn't even recognize me, showed me right in, got this magnificent tour of their entire established space. I think around here he may have opened his eyes. And got to see where they have all the giant steel casks where they make the wine, and got to see all their personal setups, a really gaudy location. And I waited till they were about to take me back to the wine caves where they stored all their final wine. And right as I got into the space, I just began to spew all over everything and all over the inside of the wine cask and just messed the place up. And right as they looked at this reaction, they turned and looked at me, and I just went, fuck all y'all Stossmans, Lionettes forever, fuck yeah, and then bolted out of there. Now they were aghast, and my dad was
pretty pissed about the thing at first, but he also couldn't really argue with the results. So that kind of set off from that point that the Stotsmans just kind of stay out of Comorta and our business there, and we don't have to interface with them directly, and that kind of set the boundaries between the two of us from that day. I'm pretty proud of it. I also probably should mention that while I was making my way up to the Stotsmans there, I probably beat up a bunch of their guys, not, just like pop, just kicking their ass and and so that probably happened. I'm pretty sure that definitely happened. So yeah, that's the story. And if you don't like it, fuck you.
Caduceus' Cautionary Chronicle.
Hello there, it's me, Caduceus Clay, or Southern for no particular reason, apparently. But I'm gonna tell you a story about me and some of my siblings went out and had an adventure. My siblings did. It was Calliope, Clarabelle, and Colin, and I think I might have been there too. Maybe I wasn't. I don't remember. But anyway, they were supposed to go on this journey by taking the Archheart on a cart, which the Archheart's a deity. So it must have been a big cart. Take the Archheart cart to somewhere deep in the Savalier Woods, and they were traveling out there, and eventually they were in the spooky area, and keeping it going, and suddenly they hear this spooky sound that comes through. It's going, hello, hello, hello. Woo. I guess it wasn't really spooky; it was more friendly. But anyway. So Calliope goes, well, that's not good. I gotta go ahead and figure out where that's coming from. You guys gotta stay back and watch the Archheart cart. And so she leaves the Archheart cart and goes on to investigate this spooky sound. After a while, she's not coming back. And then Colin's like, well, if she's been gone this long, I think she's been gone this long, I should go check and make sure she's okay. So, hey, hang back here, Clarabelle. And so then Colin leaves and goes to inspect the same sound, and hearing it going, hello, hello, hello. And so then now it's just Clarabelle there by the cart with the Archheart in the cart. And she's sitting there wondering, hoping everyone's okay. And then eventually it's been too long, and she's worried, and she goes, I gotta find out. Hopefully they're okay. Maybe they're dead. Maybe they got killed. I don't know. I gotta go figure it out. So she goes and travels and eventually stumbles upon the corpse of Kenku. It's just a Kenku there, and she hears the noise. Hello, hello. And it's coming from the corpse. But no, it's not coming from the corpse. Never mind. It's because it's dead. It's not. It's coming from somewhere else. She hears it, hello, and then she realizes that it's actually coming from the Archheart, back in the cart. So she returns, had some sort of weird echolocation thing going out there. So she returns to the cart. And that's the story, So it's about higher consciousness. It's all about just the metaphysical, higher understanding of consciousness and what it means to, well, apparently to fucking ditch your siblings in the middle of the forest before you complete the story. So there you go. You learned a lesson from Southern Caduceus about the metaphysical understanding of higher consciousness in the Archheart cart.
Grogs vlog.
Yeah, alright. Hello, everyone. It's me, Grogs Strongjaw. And I'm here to go ahead and talk about this thing. A lot of people have been asking me these questions about how I get this amazing physique, you know? All these muscles I've been working out. And so today, I'm going to show you how to get it in the same space, in the same incredible shape that I am. So, the first thing you got to do is you got to memorize all the various muscle groups that I got. That involves your pectorals, you got your biceps, your triceps, your deltoids, you got your trapezius, you got your abdominals, your abs, and you also got like your glutes. And then once you got all them memorized, then it's an easy thing about just getting yourself a big old axe and just swinging away, and just swinging and raging at you. What? Hey, what are you doing there? You said it wasn't gonna be in the ale.
Oh, hi guys! It's me, Samsonite, Macaroni Samsonite, that's the name, and I tricked him with my disguise, apparently. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about things that I don't necessarily recall in the first story, because it was mostly just trying to figure out how to do the voice, and kind of sort of maybe trying, Macaroni Samsonite, oh no! Look out! He's coming back! I gotta run!
Who was that? Get him out of here. Anyway, as I was saying, once you got the axe there, you swing the axe, and you swing it, and then you smack it both, and then you headbutt, and then you headbutt, and then you headbutt again, and that's how you go ahead and have the fantastic body that I got. So, that's it for this time. Thank you all for coming and watching. Don't forget, and maybe next time I'll go ahead and tell you about the story where I fought Kern the Hammer in the Crucible, in which we were fighting. He almost ripped my arm off, but it didn't because, this is where the headbutts come in, and I headbutted him, and yeah, it was great. So, thanks so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and prescribe.
For more content like this, just remember to like, comment, and prescribe.